You guys are right. It is definitely impossible for one man to harness the power of the infinite void, but what if we made it two? So when Broly's soul found refuge within Goku, the Omni Chaos that was presumably the single most devastating source of destruction can now be tamed. It had finally happened. Thanks to Broly, Goku had ascended past what was once possible and straight into the realm of the impossible. But as Shishido said, there's still another level. Merely awakening the void and fully mastering it are still two totally different states of existence. Goku and Broly have, however, achieved the first one. Alright guys, so we are quickly approaching the grand finale of What If Gogeta and Vegito Fuse. The previous chapter of this What If will be linked up above, and as we covered in the previous chapters, we actually were able to converge this series with our Omni Goku fan manga, so more on that below in the comments. As for what happens next, let's hop right in. Power, like anything, has its cost. You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into, the Grand Priest says. Does it even matter at this point? Goku replies. Yes, it absolutely does. Just absorb the two Omni Kings already, and you might as well become the new Omni King, Goku. There is no other way out of this situation. Not just for you, but for everyone. The future depends on you making a rational decision, the Grand Priest states. Look, I don't care, Goku replies. Gogeta appears right next to Goku in that instant. Hey, he's right, you know. If this goes on, the multiverse will collapse. We have to be very careful about what we do from here on out, he says. Yeah, I know, but whatever, I'm not giving up my freedom. There must be another way out of this, Goku replies. By this point, the Grand Priest's nerves got the better of him. He moves at a level of speed that can't even be perceived by anyone but himself, and lands a punch strong enough to rip apart the cosmos. The impact of that punch sends a wave of overwhelming force all throughout the Saiyan realm. Everyone sort of stops in their tracks to see what just happened. But for Goku, who had experienced the full weight of this blow, it was insignificant. The Grand Priest didn't punch Goku, he punched the void. This is never going to go anywhere. A battle between two individuals who command infinity? We can continue this for millennia and there still won't be a winner, the Grand Priest says. I don't disagree, but come on, Grand Priest. This isn't just between you and me. There is an entire war going on. Just surrender and let us take over the multiverse as the superior race, Goku replies. Calm down, Kakarot. Don't tell me the Omni King is getting to you again. Do not do anything foolish, Vegeta adds. Yeah, I'm calm. I'm the calmest I've ever been, Vegeta. If only you knew how hard it was to stay sane with this weird key all in your system right now, you would be a little bit more lenient with me, Goku replies. And he was right. Between him and the Grand Priest, one of them is the strongest right now, but while being invincible is second nature to the Grand Priest, it's not the same way with Goku. He's constantly in a state of mental and physical torture. But he also knows that there are only two options here. Either live with this pair or concede to the Grand Priest. Vegeta can also more or less tell what's going on too. He pats Goku's shoulder and says, Listen, Kakarot, I'm willing to switch places with you whenever you want. A Battle of Thrones really doesn't suit you. I appreciate it, but let me be like this for a little while. I can tell that if me and Broly manage to master whatever this is, it might alleviate the pain, Goku replies. And hearing all of this, Gogeta would enter next. Wait, is what Vegeta said true? Is it really possible for someone to just switch places with you like that, Goku, he asks? It should be, right? I mean, this power never belonged to me in the first place, Goku states. Meanwhile, across the battlefield, the battle between Shishido and Zodas was heating up. Who is that Saiyan, Yamoshi comments? I believe he's the son of the first Yamoshi, Whis states. He and the second Vegeta have called it a truce for the time being. Yamoshi? Wait, you mean he's my son, Yamoshi asks? Whis laughs at this and then explains how the Saiyan race initially started in Universe 13. There once lived a man named Yamoshi who challenged the Omni King's brother Zenith at several points throughout his lifetime. Unfortunately, when Zeno erased the 6 universes, he would be erased along with them. But mere instances before the erasure of his existence, Yamoshi succeeded in using a forbidden celestial technique that allowed him to exile his newborn son out of the multiverse. That's how Shishido ended up in Universe 0. I see, so we're not related. Me and Yamoshi just happen to share the same name. Interesting, Yamoshi says. Who knows? My hypothesis is that Yamoshi's soul got stuck because of how he used that forbidden technique in his final moments, and therefore he reincarnated in Universe 7? I could be wrong though, Whis states. How do you know all of this, Whis? Vegeta asks. Oh, of course, well, my good friend Kashin here filled me in. I dislike being in the dark after all, Whis answers, while pointing to Kashin, an angel from Universe 0 who followed Shishido and Omni Goku and Vegeta here. By this point, the two Zenos didn't know what to think of everything going on right now. I mean, this is the type of crossover you could only get if you were on like an acid trip or something. The Grand Priest has been repeatedly telling Goku to absorb them and become a complete Omni King. Dragon God Zalama, do you think we should erase this universe, they ask? Please don't. Although if you were really going to do it, you wouldn't ask for my permission, would you, Zalama answers? Yes, but for some reason we can't imagine succeeding in erasing this universe. It must be because of Goku. He's polarizing our existence, therefore he must be purged first, they reply. Don't you think that could backfire though? I mean, even the Grand Priest has been appropriating his actions, Zalama says. Zalama was trying his best in making sure that the Omni Kings don't do anything until the Grand Priest, Goku, and Gogeta reach some sort of mutual agreement about everyone's fate here. Speaking of Gogeta, he has seriously started considering what it was that Vegeta said. Unlike Goku, he is the pinnacle of Saiyanhood, and a being who was born to rival the Grand Priest in the first place. If there is anyone who can master the Void, it should be him, right? Goku, allow me to take over for you. I'll see to it that everything ends well, Gogeta says. No way, forget it. Why would I want to give up this much strength, Goku replies. Listen, kid, you're forgetting. I'm just you and Vegeta, but infinitely better. If you and Broly could control the chaos, it would be just mere child's play for me, Gogeta asserts. But Goku isn't ready to listen yet. My guess is right, he's not completely sane. The Void is definitely influencing his personality, Vegeta says. You're right. It's funny, we all knew that it was impossible to control the Void, but deep down, we still kept believing in Goku to figure it out somehow. How brutally arrogant of us to ask a friend to do the impossible, Shishido adds. He had already won his battle, but it's not like Zodas ever really stood a chance against him in the first place. Vegeta, Shishido, you keep saying that mastering the Void is impossible, and I don't doubt it, but everything that's happening right now, including my existence, should be impossible. Yeah, that's right. I'm convinced that I can master the Void. I'm the one responsible for this current universe, and I should be the salvation, Gogeta declares. Goku, on the other hand, is exchanging blows with the Grand Priest, or more like getting all his punches blocked and dodged. Their battle was intense. Even Gogeta couldn't help but appreciate the beauty of both of their movements, but then again, it's not like they're hurting each other. The two of them can keep this up for all eternity and there still wouldn't be a winner. It's just as the Grand Priest said, infinity cannot defeat infinity. And with the way things are, Goku is not going to master the Void. Alright, well, we may need some outside involvement at this point. What if I do what Broly did and enter Goku's conscience? That should work, right? Gogeta wonders. I personally would recommend against that. You'll only enrage the chaos, Gogeta. You can't coexist with it, Shishido says. Yeah, I figured that would be the case, Gogeta replies. Well, we'll just have to wait until Kakarot passes out from exhaustion, and then I'll use my celestial technique to redirect the chaos to you, Vegeta states. Wait, you can do that? Shishido asks. Yes, it's a forbidden celestial technique, and that's exactly why I'm sure it'll work, Vegeta replies. Meanwhile, deep inside Goku's conscience, Broly has been putting in an inconceivable level of concentrated effort to keep the Void from seeping out. He's the one circulating the flow throughout Goku's body right now. It's hard to believe, but he's acting kind of like the heart for Goku's Omni Ki system. But everyone has their limits, even Broly. I mean, it's crazy to even think that you can outsource something as strenuous as maintaining the flow of the Void to a third-party soul. It was tearing Broly apart. Before long, he would pass out and the Void is unleashed once again. For a split, tiny instance of time, a vision of Goku watching over everyone like an omnipotent being invokes restlessness in everyone's heart, almost as if he did become the Omni King in that second. However, that was just that, a vision. After Broly physically and mentally couldn't go on any longer, Goku tried to take the reins all by himself, and he did succeed, but only for that brief period of time. The void outlasts him and he passes out as well. He passes out right when the Grand Priest is about to land another blow to his gut. Now, if Goku were to experience this, he would have immediately died with his guard down, but conveniently Bardock saw this coming. Hence, right before it hits Goku, he blows his son out of the way of the attack using a powerful energy blast of his own. Seriously, great work, old man, Gogeta comments. Goku's body was free falling now. I mean, he had exhausted everything. For such a long period of time, he was in a physical and mental duel with the curse of the Omni Key, and eventually, it did win. He never wanted this. He'd rather get stronger by himself, not by some omnipotent curse. But for what it's worth, it's all soon finally gonna end now that Gogeta is ready to take his place. Vegeta would go on to perform his reverse string entanglement technique, but his instincts stop him from following through with it, leading us to believe that he fears getting consumed by the void as well. He looks around the entire battlefield and notices both the second Vegeta and Xeno Vegeta. They notice the look in his eyes and immediately pull up to help him. Those two place their hands on his back as Vegeta once again tries to perform the technique. This time it would work, using two other versions of himself made the impossible possible. He not only succeeds in taking the void out and redirecting it to Gogeta, but he also manages to extract Broly out of Goku as well. Just like that, the new ruler of Universal Combat is finally decided. The void was the result of future Zeno's mistake. Gogeta emerged because of the Grand Priest mistake, and now that the two entities are together, the fate of the multiverse is in the hands of but one individual now. Omni Gogeta has finally been born. Still, something doesn't feel right. I can feel the void, but I don't think it's been fully internalized yet, Gogeta declares. But what would happen next is something no one, not even the Grand Priest or Zalama himself, could have anticipated or predicted. The soul of the first Yamoshi that got stuck in the unknown because of the Forbidden Celestial technique finds a way out thanks to Vegeta's technique. And ultimately, now he's entered Gogeta's conscience, catapulting these two to the very pinnacle of existence itself. Indeed, somehow, some way, the void had finally been mastered. When this happened, Shishido caught a glimpse of his father in Gogeta. Father, he says. Yamoshi, on the other hand, would burst out laughing seeing this. I knew it! I'm no reincarnation! Looks like you were wrong for once, Whis. Well, even the most intelligent individual can't hypothesize everything, Whis replies. But the Grand Priest would then approach Gogeta next, looks him in his eye and says, "You guys somehow just keep making this more and more difficult for me. Relax, you can rest now. I'll handle everything from here on out," Gogeta declares. His words carried a weight unlike anything the Grand Priest had ever experienced before. Just what is he planning on doing? Well, that is exactly what we're going to be figuring out in the final part of What If Gogeta and Vegito Fuse, as we see what type of conclusion the Grand Priest and Omni Gogeta are going to come to. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video as always. I'm definitely loving this saga. Don't forget to sub up, like up, member up. Huge shout out to all of the members that we currently have already. I know I don't promote that much, but I really do appreciate all of you guys that do, go out of your way to support a little bit more. It really means a lot more to me than I probably let off. So again, thank you guys for that. But anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.